Hey yo. Hello Lapis, how are you today? Hi, hi, hi. How are you doing? And how's everybody else that's here? All my lovely lurkers, anybody who might be. Hi, 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 hi. Hello Whip, how are you? Bayam, 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 bayam. Oh, bam. How have you been? What have you been up to today? You're good? I am doing good too. I'm a little sleepy. I had dinner with my family early. I'll be honest, I really didn't do anything today. Like, like yesterday, today's my day off, tomorrow I'm off. I really didn't do it. I'm sorry I didn't stream on Friday. I was just so out of it. I had not been like that down in a while. And not down. Not like horribly like I hate everything. I was just so mentally drained. It was a long work week. I had some other thing happen. Kind of funny, actually. I go to farmer's market on Fridays. Sometimes alone, sometimes with members. It's very nice, very cozy, very peaceful. I'm okay now, don't worry, don't. And it's very nice, very cozy, very peaceful. I love the farmer's market I go to. And they have an auction. And it's based off of just like whatever, I don't know exactly how it works to like bring stuff in. But it's just like whatever people want to sell and get rid of, they bring there and they sell it. So sometimes it's like a grandparent going through like their attic, finding like an old PS1 and putting it there because they don't know like where else to take it. There's like one store in my town that would take it, and they might not always take it depending the condition. And there was this box of cameras. There was a nice Canon film camera. There was hello, Jacob Sight. Hi. There was a nice Nikon film, not Nikon, a Canon film camera with like two, I'm not gonna say pristine because they were kind of dirty, but like two very nice lenses that like have a great zoom to them, an old like hand camcorder, a bunch of old like camera stuff. I'm like, that's really cool. And when I was in high school, I took a how do I explain it? Then like not a college class, more like a tech school class for a visual. We did stuff like Photoshop and stuff like that. We did print media. I learned how to run a printing press. We also did photography. That wasn't like interesting to me in a way that like I want to base my whole career and life around it. It was just like so fun to do, you know? Like we were given a topic each week. We have to take 5 photos, edit them properly, all that fun stuff, you know? I had so much fun doing it. You know what? I'm gonna bid for it. So I wait until it goes down to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna get anything else. If I get it to 60, and I'm like, okay, I really want it at this point, and it went to 100. I ended up paying $100 for it. So I'm like, I get it. I'm like sitting at my seat with it. My dad's next to me. He's still like bidding on a few things. You know, we're having a fun time. And I get to the really nice Canon. I look, this is awesome, but it runs on AA batteries. That's perfect. I have rechargeable AA batteries at home. And then I'm like, okay, looking through it. Another one has AA batteries. Not only that, it has 2 AA batteries in it, and it runs on AA batteries. Okay, they're probably dead. I'm just gonna slot it into the Canon just to see what happens. Nothing. I take a look. The latch that holds the batteries is like broken. It's there, it's attached, but it doesn't lock on. It doesn't like stay closed, which means power won't run through, which means the thing I basically spent $100 on, worthless. See, if the lens is cracked, I buy a new lens. If a button doesn't work, I put a new button in. But if the latch that holds the battery doesn't close, and it's not because of the latch itself, but because just a little bit of the camera's chipped right there, well, then I can't use it. So at that point, I'm sitting there. Oh no, I just spent $100 on this and it doesn't work. And it wasn't like a total waste because, you know, like I said, there was a lens in it that was really nice, and those Canon lenses go for like $200 brand new. So if I wanted to, I could just take the lenses off, take it to somebody, probably get 25, 50 each. So I would be making it back. I'm like, but I want to go photography. I want to like just take a walk one day and photograph stuff. Beyond that, it's a film camera. I'd be taking video anyway, matter. But so I'm just sitting here at the auction. That's a quarter of my, like a quarter, like a fifth of my paycheck I spent on a broken camera. That's how I felt. That's just how I felt. I'm like, oh no, no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I get home. The latch is okay. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I wish I took a photo of it. Actually, I could get up though. You know what? I am gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna take a photo on my phone. I'm gonna send it to my computer just so I can show you guys. All right, I have it with me. Hi, Swifty. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, great. So, I'm gonna take a photo of it. Let me throw it. You put that there. This here. Oh god, I'm so disorganized, guys. I'm so. We're gonna go to this scene. No. This scene. This scene. So as you can see, I just took this photo. Right here is where like my thumb there is on the latch. Right here, it's broken on the camera itself. Like it would go right there, connect to right there. This bit here is a part of the camera. Right here is the latch. This here is the camera. So as you can actually see from this, my mouse, right? As you can see from it, it's not gonna stay closed by itself. Yeah, you see. So that's why I was just sitting there like, oh boy, that is a big mistake. It came with a bunch of other cameras too. Not as high quality of this one, but they were cameras, ones that work. If I ever do use them for like photography, if I'm like just going out or like when I take a photo of it, I'll definitely share it. But when I got home, I lay on my bed for a bit. I'm like, I don't want to. I want the whole world to stop existing for like an hour. So I took a shower. I cleared my head and like, okay, you know what? I have tape. So I put 2 batteries in, I tape it shut, and it works perfectly fine. And at that point, I was like about ready to cry, I'll be honest. Because I know it's so stupid. Oh, I bought a camera and it doesn't work. And I fixed it. I'm like, the amount of stress I had, the amount of just like wave of relief, it's like, oh, it wasn't for nothing. I was so like mentally defeated. That's why I had to cancel. Hello, Dr. Cruiser. How are you today? Hi, 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 hi. That's just how my Friday went. I mean, other than work. Yeah, it ended up working. I don't know what I'm gonna do much with it because it's a film camera, not a photo camera. So if I ever do like use it for like photography, I'll like be sending you a slideshow once I know how to develop the film stuff. There's other cameras there. I might just use them. I'm like that one guy from Omori. I don't remember his name. Aw, thank you, Doctor. I'll be like that one guy from. I guess it's not gonna be. What are they called? Polaroid, because they don't do Polaroid. It's all digital, which is fine by me. Hello, Char. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. Aw, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you today? It's been a while since I've seen you. We haven't spoken in a bit. I miss you. You know, it's fine. You are my 365th follower, which meant if I got one follower a day for a year, you would have been my last follower. Interesting. I've had a very low social battery lately with us. That's you know what? I completely that. Oh, well, I hope you're able to get back into it. Yeah, my social battery reason has been just negative, like just negative. I have to like use it a good bit at work because my job, it's not like I work in a warehouse pretty much. So it's not like completely devoid of people, but I do have to see customers. I do have to like talk to like my coworkers and stuff. So it's not a complete job where I can just shut my brain off, like not have to be listen to stuff. And then it's like usually on a normal week, every Friday before I stream, but after I get home from work, I go and play Magic the Gathering with my buddies there. But they weren't open this weekend because owners and stuff were busy. So it was like a nice weekend off. But oh boy, I want to play Magic because I've barely played Magic recently. Because the week before I didn't go because I just wasn't feeling well after work. The week before that, I told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it again. Basically, I get there exactly at 5 p.m. ES, like 5 p.m. That's when it's supposed to start. I don't expect people to be there. Usually, it's like me and if my stepdad comes, there at that time. Everybody else who comes in a little bit later. You know, runs until 8. You know, people usually come in around 6:30 ish. Rarely do we actually have people. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I get there, I buy a bowl of ramen. It's not like fancy, it's just like cup ramen. They have a water boiler in the back. I'm in so much that I will walk in, I will immediately boil water before I even buy the ramen. And it's normal for me because of how often like me I'm in. You have a punch a customer day in Minecraft, of course. Oh, I wish. I wish sometimes. But I do that. I sit at the table. I roll up my like Magic the Gathering mat. I get my deck boxes out. You know, I'm munching on my ramen. I'm like, okay, you know what? I got maybe a half an hour or 40 minutes tops till people get here, and I got no plans. I can just be here. I can hang out. I can chat. You know, and I'm waiting for like 35, 40 minutes. Nobody's there. Go up front, I buy one of the Magic the Gathering puzzles, I walk to the back, I start putting it together. Still, nobody's there. I turn to the owners, who I'm like friends with, you know. I'm there more often than any normal person should be, you know. At a certain point, a few months ago, me and my stepdad would be there pretty much like at least once, probably twice a weekend to play Warhammer, plus being there Fridays for Magic. There were some weeks where I was there pretty much every day they were open, which is not bad, but my wallet didn't. But yeah, we were there so often. I'm like, look, hey guys want to play Magic? You know, you guys said you used to play Magic. You guys don't play Commander. Like, all right, sure. So after like 45 minutes of prep, because you know they were like still running the store, they have to get up, tend to customers and stuff. I'm like, that's fine, you know. Me, the two owners, and their youngest are now sitting at a table playing Magic. And every like 15 minutes they have to get up, and you know, that's fine. You know, I'm patient. And at a certain point, it's now 7:45. We are well into our game. And I turned to them like, hey, you guys are closing soon? You guys want to wrap up the game soon? And they're like, no, it's fine. We can finish. I don't remember if that's... I think they asked, do you want to finish? I'm like, I'm good to keep playing. It's now 8 o'clock. Guys, it's closing. Do you guys want me to go? I'm the only person here. You know, I don't mind. We barely got a half a game in. That's all we played. But you know what? I'm happy I was able to hang out and spend my whole day doing drugs or rotting in my bed. And they're like, no, it's fine. We can stay. And now it's an hour later. I'm out of the game. I lost because I played my lowest power deck against their like decently powered decks, but they also haven't played Commander like forever. I don't think any of them had ever played Commander before, but I know they played Standard, a 60 card Standard before. They'd been playing for a long time. It's just they hadn't played Commander. So I wasn't gonna pull out like my Atraxa deck. Any non-Magic the Gathering players, Atraxa is like S tier, but like second or third rank in S. So, I know I'm a chud for playing the meta person, but it's fine. You know what, guys? It's fine. At least I'm not playing Kranko or the Ur-Dragon. Magic is so alien to you. Oh no, I get that. So it's now about 9 o'clock. I am eliminated. They're still playing. You haven't played since high school now. And at this point, I'm only staying in. What the fuck is Magic? Magic the Gathering, the card game. Anyways, at this point, I'm only staying just because I want to know who wins. For the sheer factor of, I realized something. Them saying that they haven't played Magic since they opened the store means that I am now the only, like, regular customer. And there's, like, a group of, like, maybe 15 to 20 of us who are regular customers. I would say we're between well acquainted to good buddies. So I can now be the only person who's like, yeah, I've watched them play. I know who better player is, but I'm never gonna speak. I never tell no tale. Which is just very funny. It's like weird flex, but okay, you know. You have a 100% win rate in Commander. You've only played 3 games. No, that's fair. I gotta think about my win rate. Oh, I found a fairy ring! Are you trying to make fun of Magic? Cause 1, do you mean Soul Ring? And 2, Magic the Gathering is a trading card game. You don't randomly find cards, you build a deck. Oh, it's not a ring, it's just a few mushrooms. What? Huh? I'm confused. I know what you mean, like, you know, a ring of mushrooms is a fairy ring, I know. A fairy ring is a ring of mushrooms, yeah, I know that. But, are you just trying, huh? Are you, like, walking in a forest or something? I knew that, Char! I knew that! Oh, you're playing Skyrim, that's why. I didn't know you were playing Skyrim. That's why I'm like, why did you just randomly say that? Are you playing D&D? Oh, I want to play D&D. I used to I used to be in 3 games. I'm now kind of in 1.5. I ran 1 with 2 of my VTuber friends and 2 friends of those friends. And due to scheduling conflicts and stuff, we had to cancel. We're all busy people. It was done online. So, the smallest inconvenience, and 1 or 2 of us couldn't show up. And I'm not going to run a 4-person plus me the DM game with only 2 people. Because at that point, like maybe 3. We could have run with 3, but we never did. But I would never run a game with 4 people with only half of them there, because at that point I either have to make it filler, but at that point we were kind of like in a story related part, and 2, I don't like doing filler games like in like a campaign, because then it's like, okay, we get it, it's because they aren't there, but at the same time it's gonna be like, yeah, wake up rested, and then at the end of it you all take a long rest, and it just happens in between. Nothing gets accomplished, no XP gained, no meaningful items gotten, nothing. And I say 1.5 because we're doing 2 games from the IRL group. We're doing 1 that I'm a player in and 1 that I DM. Problem is, we have been so busy that like at this time last year, we played every other week with very, very few setbacks. By now of this year, we're playing like once a month, and that includes the campaign that I run with that group. Now, it's not everybody in that group, it's a smaller group. It's really just so I can learn how to DM better, because both that game and the game with my online friends was really just me trying to like learn how to DM. I would say that my online friends were really my guinea pigs on that. That sounds... I love those guys. I do. But that was my first time DMing. I feel like there are some bits I could have done better. Some bits I did really good on. Like, oh, my favorite joke was the one session. One of them ate some like weird berries. I'm like, oh yeah, you're fine. And then they're on an island, and that one goes back looking for something, and he finds a mysterious door, and he goes inside the door. Oh, it's because they were looting a guy they killed, and it was like the little troll hobgoblin like house under the bridge. So it's like I'm cutting between the two. So he's exploring this house. It's infinitely dark. The door is lost. He's hallucinating, seeing things from his past. The other side of the group, oh, hardy, we're on the ship, we're looting stuff, we're like loading it up. And then I'm like nudging, hey, you guys should go check on the other guy, you should go check on the Eladrin. He might be in trouble, Now they obviously know what's going on, but the characters don't. They just think, oh, he's just looting the dead guy. Well, he's like having the worst time of his life. He's reliving past life traumas, and I hate eye tracking. Why? I have like my conscious decision to look at my screen and not at the camera, so my eyes are like looking and not. It's like I'm not like hero brining out, but yeah, he's having a bad trip because once I finally get them to check on him and they open up the hole to like where the hobgoblin lived, he's just sleeping there, tripped out on his mind. It was like such a funny reveal too, because like to him, oh, what's happening? To them, oh, we're having fun. He's doing his own thing, and it's such a fun thing to do. One of my favorite things as a DM to do is actually use the players' roles against them. Like, if they were to eat something poisonous, you would have them do a saving throw against poison or a constitution save. And I like to imagine that if they If they succeed a Constitution saving throw, they're able to keep the food down and start to digest it. But if they fail it, they vomit. Now, as a TM, what I would do is, oh, they failed their Constitution saving throw. They vomit up the poison. They're fine. Or, if they save on it, they don't. They keep it down. They start metabolizing it. And later down the line, they start to feel the effects of it. Now, I know that's kind of a mean thing to do as a DM, but it's so creative. I need to see more people do that. Oh, they're trying to, I dropped my phone. Where'd my phone go? Phone, where'd you go? Phone. How am I gonna play Balatro and not actually pay attention to what you guys are saying? I'm kidding. I play Bloons Tower Defense 6 on my, not Balatro. But what I was saying was, imagine this, like, they're having to hold something together, like hold ropes together, stop something from breaking, and they roll a 11. Adequate, you know, they could do it. No, they roll a 20. All of their strength harnessed in their fists, they hold it together, and they accidentally snap the ropes and everything breaks. And I like to do that. I like to twist it on them. Because one, that's mean, but two, that's much more creative than just like, oh, you rolled a 20, make your save, and you're fine. You know? Everything goes according to plan. You know? That's something that you can really only do with like a 20 or a 1, where you turn their rolls against them, but also make it make sense. Don't be like, oh, you rolled a 20, you succeeded so well that you messed up. That's stupid. You have to make it, like, make sense, you know? You eat poison, you're able to stomach the poison. Well, the poison now gets in your system, and you're not feeling it. Versus, you eat poison, you roll like a 6. Oh, you have a bad reaction to it. You throw it up. Well, if you ingest poison in the real world, you're supposed to throw it up. That's the best way to get it out of your system. It doesn't affect the rest of you. So, I think that's a much better reaction. Especially because it doesn't make sense the other way around, where if you rolled high in your Constitution, you would not be throwing something up, you would be, like, just stomaching it. I don't know, what do you guys think of that? Oh, you guys think that I should, on stream, run a D&D, whether I do, like, Curse of Strahd, or another pre-built, or I do my own home. I have stories, and so creative stories that flow in my small peanut-sized brain. Like, I love talking about the campaigns I ran, because they were parallels. I had them take place pretty much on the same world, very close together. Where since it's basically wrapped, I feel so conflicted because I love the story I wrote. I still have most of what I wrote. I would love to, one, retry it with those same people, if not get new people and reuse the story and stuff. But on the one hand, that's kind of mean, because it's not like everybody was like, okay, this story's boring, we want to leave. It was more like, we ran out of time to do it. And, like, if it was, this story's boring, we want to leave, and then I went back and fixed it, then I reran it, that would be fine to me. But because we only stopped due to time restraints, I would feel kind of bad reusing the story. But at the same time, it's a story I did put a lot of effort into. You know, with characters, I even, like, commissioned a map to be made, just so I could give them a map, because it was all piratey stuff. So it was like I commissioned like a map, not like a full scroll. It was just like artwork of like a D&D map. Like, yeah, you guys are here, and you can go here or here, you know, do all that kind of fun, and fun making the characters. One of my favorite things about D&D is just building characters, I have, hold on. If I go to my D&D Beyond account, it doesn't say I have to read. Okay, great, I don't. I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters that I made. One of them was for a one-shot. Two of them were NPCs. Two of them were story important. It's not story important, just like DMPs that used to kind of make sure things ran smooth. Like it was on a like I told you, it was a pirate campaign. So because none of my players had any like scene navigation, I made a DMPC who'd be there for combat to help, but also for like he was the former navigator of the ship. He can navigate the ship places because one, that allows all of them to be on like deck interacting and not just have one of them sidelined while they're like on the ship. And two, it gives them kind of an excuse to having somebody else like navigate and steer the ship, because you know it's just pretty nice. I have one character who's gone, no, two characters that have gone completely unused. One of them was for another streamer's like steampunk D&D campaign that I don't think he abandoned. He just didn't get enough players for, who I still want to play. I have my first D&D, okay, my first asterisk, first recent D&D character, because when I played when I was younger, I had D&D characters. I had like ones when I played Dungeons and Dragons Online, technically more first character than this. This is like my first. It's not original, guys. I made Eno from Guilty Gear, specifically Strive, as a character. He was a wizard bard because I wanted to just be a bard who was people, and Eno's hot, you know, and there's no denying. But it literally was just her. So when she had the opportunity to die, I let her die. Not dead, she's coming back. If any of my friends are watching this, Eno's coming back. So I could actually play my favorite character I've ever made. His name's Gordon. He's a scarecrow with a pumpkin on his head. And Gordon is spelled Gourdon. It's a pun because it's spelled like gourd, and he has a pumpkin on his head. I know, it's stupid, but he's so cool. He's like this 9-foot tall scarecrow. You play my Raven in D&D games. She's a dark elf. That's awesome. That is so cool. And then I have another one. His name's Kebrot. So, on my campaign with my IRL group, one of them stabbed the bartender. I'm like, okay, session's ending there. Next session, a bunch of people at the bar confront them. So I'm like, okay, I need characters to fight them. So I made a level 3 paladin bugbear to just use a base, because I think combat is much more interesting and kind of makes slightly more sense if when the D&D party is fighting somebody in a town, whether it's at a bar or something, it's more of a, not like another player character, but like it's boring if every character you fight is just read the monster manual, exactly what it says. That's why whenever I can, I make little, like, not like full on characters, but like, okay, I need them to fight a group of elf rangers. So I make a template for just like a level 4 elf ranger in the character creator. I just create one, and I just like duplicate that 4 times. I have them all subclass in the different. One of them has 1 level in druid. One of them has 1 level in fighter. Stuff like that, you know, make it slightly more interesting than stuff that's just, okay, what are the elf stats in the monster manual. Okay, what things can it do? Okay, it can equip this kind of weaponry. Okay, it makes more sense if they're able to cast spells and stuff. Because it's not that it's common to do in like the D&D world, but I feel like you are more likely if you're like in a town or facing a village to have their frontliners be able to cast at least basic magic or have basic abilities of like that a fighter would than what's just stated in the monster manual. So I did that. And they don't actually fight. The party agrees, hey, only this guy stabbed the bartender. Just take this guy. Leave us out of it. And they do that. And my friend's character gets hauled off to the sheriff by a character named Kebrot. Kebrot is Torbeck backwards. Torbeck is my favorite character in Once Upon a Witchlight from Legends of Adventures. A bugbear that talks like this. I think Torbeck's probably my favorite. Then Frost, then Gideon, then Cremmy, then and I hate to put I hate to put Gricko last. Because Gricko's hilarious, but they're all funny. But a quarter of Gricko's humor is just your mom. It's not your mom. Is a Sigma Ball joke, which was kind of funny on the one episode where he loses his best joke. He can no longer make those jokes. It's kind of funny. But to be serious, he's not unfunny. They're all funny. They're all like S tier characters. But Torbeck's my favorite. So the legally distinct, the bugbear I need is named Kebrot. Char, could you please spell Torbeck backwards for me in chat? Just type his name backwards. Kebrot, yeah. I was not very creative that day. I literally flipped Torbeck's name. Like, okay, that's a character. And later on, they are leaving town. They leave town. They get information. Then they go back to the town. The sheriff was like, I need you guys out of here by sunset. Specifically this troublemaker. Otherwise, you ain't leaving this town. They go back to the town. Because pretty much they sailed off from that town. On another town that was completely abandoned. Ransacked by, I almost said bears, by kobolds and stuff, leaving pretty much one lone survivor, who is the husband to the lady that went missing that they're looking for. And they go back to the first town to gather supplies. And Kebrot's there! And I'm like, having fun, making jokes. Oh, hey guys, you're back! You're not supposed to be here, Well, as long as you're here, I guess I'm gonna stay with you because the sheriff would want me to when I'm the sheriff deputy. I keep saying I need to remember that Kebrot talks in the third person like Torbeck. It ends this with, like, Kebrot has no friends. Can Kebrot adventure with you guys? And they say yes, because obviously. He's a funny character. Oh yeah, and then Kebrot runs off the ship to like gather his stuff because he's leaving. And I have expected them to just leave without him because it would be really funny, but they didn't. So now I have to keep up the Kebrot character. But Kebrot's story doesn't end there. We should get into D&D. It seems so fun. It is so fun. I would love to run something. So Kebrot comes back, he joins the group. I'm like, I want to do so much more Kebrot. So when my one friend who's in this group is like, I want to run a one-shot for Valentine's Day. It's going to be around a wedding. I'm like, oh boy, Kebrot's time to shine. So I have Kebrot go there. And Kebrot's there. Basically, he was hired as security. And part of the story is a doppelganger gets in. So the entire time, Kaprot's, oh no, Kaprot's one job. Kaprot's the worst security officer ever. It's so funny because he's just going crazy because something he could not predict that he wasn't even hired to do was there doing. And it's funnier because he has the spell Detect Good and Evil, which is a very racist spell in D&D, because the old rules is just like, hey, detect good and evil, yeah. You can sense in the vicinity all undead, demons, stuff like that in your near vicinity. And that's not accounting for, like, if your party has a necromancer. Because technically, that would be detected as evil under the spell Good and Evil, even if the necromancer, a priest, dedicated to only doing good, but happen to be given that gift by their god, you know? Because, I'm glad clerics, their magic comes from dedication to their god, versus warlocks who make a pact with their patron. Which just means a priest could, cleric could be dedicated to a god with only noble intention. That god bestows upon them powers of necromancy, which in some parts is seen as evil because you're not letting the dead rest. But it kind of is what it is. But anyways, so in theory, Kabrot should have been able to detect that instantly. So having him freak out because he didn't is funny. I got a little yawn. Only a little yawn. Guys, I'm not sleepy. I can yap all day and all, having some fun. Okay, how many of you guys would be interested, of my viewers, lurkers? I need you lurkers to rise up if you can. How many of you would be interested if I ran an on-stream or off-stream game of Dungeons and Dragons? This is just throwing out an idea. This is not saying this is gonna happen on this day at this time, but like the idea of it, guys. You guys would be interested in playing D&D with me as the DM. I would either... Hello, Noma. Welcome. You may be interested. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna... I definitely don't want to reuse the story. I can reuse characters. I can reuse a lot from it. I'm not gonna reuse the same story. For one, it would be boring for me if I reused the story beat for beat I did before. But two, because it would be very rude to my friend that if I were to take what I made for them and give it to someone else. But that's not to say I think I might have the ending be the same, because it would have had such a satisfying outcome, finding out who the BBEG is and stuff like that. So that stuff will probably be the same. I'll probably be in the same world set in it. Because one, I like pirates. Like, both campaigns I run. That one, and the one with my IR group. Same world, different story. Technically opposing sides. All about pirates and piratey stuff. The one with Kabrot, I actually remember. It has been, I think, 6 months since we actually played in that. But last time, one player wasn't there, so her character is sleeping on the... Two characters are on a beach trying to save the other two characters. One of the two characters who needs to be safe is Kabrot, because they were called by sirens, and they're now swimming into the middle of the ocean to them. And, like, that's the best place to end it. I'm gonna have to, actually, go through a friend of mine's DMs, because in that IRL group, we basically have 6 people. Let me... We have 7 people in that group who play D&D. It's a 6 party, plus the DM for 1, and the other is just 4 people, plus me as the DM. because the DM from that group is playing, and 2 people from the other group are not. Mine was really just to be kind of fillery, because because we weren't always able to play D&D every week. Some people couldn't show up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run something so we all can. And as opposed to like mine was very story heavy, where they have a set objective. It's kind of loose. That one was just like, hey, you owe this guy 10,000 gold. And instead of it being some grandeur adventure, it's just, yeah, you guys have to do a bunch of quests and stuff, Oh, somebody went missing? There's a gold reward? Yeah, we can do it. Something like that. Something easy and simple. Rolls for dexterity, nat 20. Awesome, Noma. You dodged my death rays that I shoot out of my eyes every 5 minutes. You don't see it because they're invisible, actually. But opposed to the other campaign that we're doing, where I'm a player, where it's more character based, where we're going through the character story. And although one of the characters, the DMPC, we're trying to find that character's brother, I think, is like the main story world, because we're basically just looking for it. That's like the main quest giver. We're also all going through our own character stories pile, and this will always be the best way to start a D&D campaign, guys. You will never start a D&D campaign better than what I did for my campaign. My players, the 4 of them, were started off locked in a bird cage. Not just any bird, a giant bird. That's because they were in the house of a family of giants. They happened to be the 4 dolls to the 2 baby giants, and they had to escape. This was not new to them. They had lived that life for at least a year and a half. They're fed mostly dead rats, because giants don't know what a Aarakocra, a Sphinx, an Eladrin, and a water genasi, water elemental, the 2. I think it was a water elemental, eat. They were fed a lot of dead rats. Dead giant rats. Kind of like skeevers from Skyrim. I think that's what they call it, the giant rats in Skyrim. I've only played Skyrim like twice. I watched a lot of Doug videos, but when he calls them skeevers, I think. But, yeah. And so, literally starts off in a giant cage where they're the play toys to giants. And the beginning, one of them is just grabbed by the giant and used as a dress-up doll. It is hilarious. It's my favorite way to start a campaign ever. I think it's just hilarious. I shouldn't be yawning, guys. I'm not tired. I don't work tomorrow. I don't have to be tired. I don't need to go to sleep yet, guys. We're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna chill. We're gonna have fun. So let's see. We have Char and Whip. Both of you guys said you're D&D campaign. That's 2. I probably will, after, do a ping to my server just saying, hey, any of you guys interested in some... Oh, this will be 5e, because that's the only one I know how to run right now. But, if anybody's interested in doing some 5e, either on or off stream, I will write something, we will play, we will have fun. It will be such nice, amazing time. I'm excited what might come up. If I don't get enough people to do it, I'm not going to do it. I've kind of learned in my years and years of playing Dean that you need a very willing group. If a group is lacking just in general in life, one of the most important things ever, because if a group doesn't communicate, something as basic as, let's say, if one or two of them are not going to be at the game one a day, I'm like, hey, you guys should tell me, because if you're not there, if you aren't gonna be there, that's fine. Just like, if somebody wants to invite another person to like listen or like play an NPC for a game, that's fine with me. Let me know. I'll make the proper thing. Let's say they want to change their character because they're not enjoying their character, whether it's, oh, they don't have enough abilities and it's like 50% roleplay, not as much combat. They don't have enough out of combat abilities, or they're just doing horrible in combat. They want to try something where they want to completely redo the character. That's fine. Tell me. Don't just. You've actually made some for D&D logos. That's pretty cool. If they want to like change their character, whether it's class, whether it's anything about them, tell me. I will make that happen. But if somebody doesn't show up, or shows up with somebody else who's like demanding to join, or is like comes into the session saying, "Hey GM, I brought a new character because I don't like my old one," that is something that's not gonna fly for me. It happens like that, because like if they're coming in wanting to play a completely new character, how am I gonna like write them in? How am I gonna know what to do? Yippee! Yippee! Manual! Am I reading that right? Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in to the Mushroom Patch. Welcome into the Hive Mind. How are you today? That was my last, guys. I'm sorry. That was my last one. What the fungus is yapping about? By the way, hi. How are you? I'm doing good. The fungi was yapping about. The fun gal was yapping about D&D because I like D&D. I want to play more of it. Now, I was pretty much saying that like if I'm gonna play D&D again, this is strictly rules for like doing it with my IRL. Like 2 days you started writing mine. That's so cool. But this is like kind of like really for online stuff, because like my IRL D&D group, we have good communication, and we also don't play every like 2 weeks like we want to, because a lot of us are just busy. I was kind of busy, but but you know, if I'm gonna do it online with a group, not like I'm not gonna say but a group of people online, it's gonna need to be with a willing group that will either make time in their schedule for it every however long we do it, whether it's twice a month, whether it's once every other week, also twice. But you know, it's just however we schedule it, as long as they're able to make it or let me know if they're not. That's fine. That's fine with me. Ads are going to be starting soon, guys. I snoozed them as long as I could, but I can only snooze them for so long. So, if you want to dodge them, you can. I'm not going to ask you guys to sub, but I just want you guys to know. Sadly, ads are going to be... I wish I could turn them off, but I can't. Yeah, it's tragic. Twitch is mean. I wish I was like, there's like an in-between of being a what's it called? Being an affiliate. That means you can get ads, you can get subs, but that means that you cannot do stuff like emotes or points without what's it called? Without being an affiliate, which means you have to have ads, which is stupid. I hate it. You turn ads off. You guys have 5 seconds left. By the time delay, you're probably already in it. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, there. Well, there, model. I am back. Wait a second. There we go. Hi, hi, hi. Back from food. Welcome back, Swifty. Hello, back here. Whip. Hello, Whip. That checks. I'm looking for... You would love to do D&D? That would be awesome. Maybe I should set. Okay, you guys actually want something crazy to hear about? You guys want to hear something crazy? In just under a month, it'll be my second anniversary for my second affiliate anniversary when I hit affiliate. You know, the whole thing I just ranted about being bad because ads, good because of email stuff. It is crazy to me. It has been 2 years. Yeah. Uh, well, you know, it's crazy, right? What should I do for it? I don't know. I shouldn't think that far ahead anyway. Man, I'm only a little sleep. You know, guys, we should actually get into the game I planned. You think we should do that? That we should actually play the game that we're here for? We're gonna be taking over the world, guys. We're gonna be going viral. That's because playing Plague Inc. I haven't. Okay, so I haven't played Plague Inc. technically ever. When aren't I trying to do that? I mean, I guess so. I guess I am always trying to take over the world. But I mean, like, I played a game when I was younger on like a phone on my phone. It was like Infection Incorporated. It wasn't Plague Inc. It was just basically bootleg Plague Inc. on a phone. I can find it. Infection Biowar, maybe? Bio Inc. It literally is just Plague Inc., but one phone and for free. But yeah, I think playing Plague Inc. is fun to do. You know, something small, something silly, something everybody can enjoy. Mm. All right, game, you have to load now.
Commencing autopsy 3.
Ooh.
Time 2104. 20.
Okay. Aliens and anti-vaxxers. Plague Inc. The Cure. That's great. Single player. Main game. Okay. Bacteria. Virus is locked. Fungus, guys! That's me! Is the fungus? I'm ya fungus. Murex worm. Parasite. Tryon. Necrovirus. Nanovirus. Bioweapon. Simian. That looks more like a fungus than the Shadow Plague. Xenolith? What is that? Kryptonite? Oh, that is Dawn of the Planet. It's always funny to me when random games partner with like the most random of things. Like, who would have guessed that Planet of the Apes partnered with Plague Inc. to let you recreate the flu from that. Anyways, bacteria. Uh, Nothing. Um, all right, we're gonna go to normal, guys. But what do we name? What do we name this, guys? We can name this anything. Like I could easily something that caps lock. I could easily do something funny that like we would all have to be infected with. Everybody here. Strom 12. What's Strom 12? Trans the world? We're gonna trans the world. Oh wait, let's wait to do that one. We have to wait. We're gonna do podcast. We're gonna infect the world with podcasts. Welcome to Plague Inc. Shroomy 12. You're a new bacteria. To win the game, you must evolve across the. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Oh wait. We're starting Italy. Processes has infected the first week and on the speech line. It must evolve using DNA to infect. Oh, perf. Transmit. That's DNA point. DNA symptom. This often. Let's just let it ride. Italy, do your pop orange DNA bubble. You randomly try to get bonus DNA you can use to evolve. Ooh. Come on, get me more. What's wrong? No, we got it. It's funny, cause then like some Italian guy started a really bad podcast, and people are now getting addicted to it. It's only in Italians. Only Italians get it right now. Uh, hands. There's probably a lot of rats in Italy. So, you have successfully evolved podcasts? Yeah, now gym rats are gonna love the podcast. We're spreading the talk to a podcast or something. We are rats? Yes. Symptom. We're also gonna evolve coughing. Release the infectus. Hopefully, that makes it spread more. Damn, I forgot how slow this game is. Get in the gym water? Maybe, we have to get that. Medicine in Italy selling effect. Italy is a wealthy country. High quality health. Spread fast, you may need to evolve drug resistance. Ability. Yeah. Well, I need people to get infected first. Podcast begins to spread. Podcast is spreading from person to person in Italy and will grow exponentially. Control the plague indirectly by evolving it. Yeah, it doesn't. Go, Swifty, go to the one linked on my profile. That one worked. I need to fix that one on that's... Oh no. You know what that's for? Evolve this. Because then less medicine is affected. Yes. Tip country information. Find out more about a country. Click on the country name at the bottom of the screen. Open. All right. Podcast infects hundreds. Podcast has infected hundreds in Italy. Like the person affect the healthy person. Keep evolving your disease. All right. Come on. Oh, I need more. Let's see what we got. Red through blood to blood con. More region. We're gonna increase rats because there's probably a lot of rats in Italy. You're in? That's awesome. Podcast is infected 1,000. Oh, yes. Is spreading farther and wider. Rash. Oh no. I need it to spread faster. Spread through water. Because there's a lot of water around. Yes, cough. Cough, you ears. Affected more countries. More infections than tuberculosis? That's awesome, guys. Everybody's getting it. It's so radical. New minor disease spreading. Doctors are taking... Let's evolve that. Ability. You have to, like, full zoom out. Italy starts working on a cure. Fuck you. No, you cannot cure podcasts. No! These stupid YouTubers are debunking my podcast. You can't do that. You guys can't do that. Everybody has to love my podcast, guys. You guys love my podcast, you better love my podcast. More infected than HIV, I love to hear. Lol, licks. Don't lick me. You could contract podcasts. There we go. Dies, yeah. Be careful. What type of podcast is it? It's the bad kind. It's the kind that kills you. We're infected in the common cold. Guys, this is awesome for us. Anemia symptom mutated. You know what? That's fun. Damn, China already is alright. Abilities. Cold resist. Heat resist. Drug resist. Transmission. This. Boom. Los Angeles Olympics mystery. Mystery still surrounds the decision to postpone the Los Angeles Olympics. Organizers promise it will happen soon, but no reason has been given for the pain. Podcast placed on watch list. Podcast has been placed on the WHO watch list, and although not very dangerous, governments warn of a more deadly strain could appear. This is why it's funny to give it a stupid name like, oh boy, Russia just got all. Oh my god, Russia loves the podcast. Insomnia symptom mutated. That's awesome. Plague Inc. goes so fucking hard. It does. It's so girlish and cool to destroy the world. It is. Okay, so this region is like a hotter region leading your effort. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Paranoia symptom mutant. Podcast needs to evolve to 25% cure completed. Hit fight the cure. There are no healthy people left in the world. Evolve. 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 It's time to kill, guys. Honestly, transitions. Yeah, so true, guys. Abilities. This. Symptom. That. And now it should start killing. Global research focused here. Killed more than the Black Death. Why did it just play Ring Around the Rosie? Need more. Hey, I'm not gonna get more. Am I gonna lose this first one? 50% complete. Killed more than the Spanish. New Zealand begins to break down. I need to just tell everybody. Inflammation. Total organ failure. I need that. Killed more than smallpox. Guys, the world's almost cured. It's almost cured it. Wait. 95. Whatever. It's complete. No. No. No, I didn't do it, guys. Podcast becoming scary. Yeah. Podcast to be. Guys, they eradicated podcasts. They eradicated podcasts from the world, guys. I can't believe the conservative podcast didn't fully kill the world. Guys, it's not real. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Bye. Bacteria. Normal. Okay, what are we gonna name it this time, guys? Podcast didn't work. How are we gonna destroy the world this time? We need something not to make the world better, but to make. Guys, what would make the world a worse place? Um. Yes. Warned. I burn. Plague Inc. Okay. We're gonna start there. Why not? Hello, Madam Bona. Welcome to stream. We're destroying the world with porn addictions. That's the name of the virus that's gonna destroy the world. I am quite the mushroom. And we just slowly wait. Oh no, oh yeah. Exactly what the world needs right now. An addiction to one of the most alluring. Let's... This? This. Half the fun of this game is just a silly name. Imagine viruses could be digital and spread by Wi-Fi. That's my whole gimmick, guys. That's the whole point. Is I'm trying to spread my spores through the internet to infect your guys' brains. Top notch mine opens in Wait. Top notch mine opens in Sweden? Oh, Minecraft! Minecraft just got created, guys. I don't care about that kind of stuff. Anemia symptom. No. We can't have symptoms. No symptoms yet, guys. This virus has to be a silent killer. Why are you coughing? That's not a symptom of this. Livestock? Odd. And it spreads essentially. Okay. Mom, there's a cute cat out in the lobby. I get... Not yet. Festival of Love and... No. No symptoms yet. We need this to spread a bit. How are we gonna get that to spread? I think I just resist it. That'll help it up. Yes, my addiction. Wipe. Get infected by everything. Yeah, I get it. The world menu is... I get it. More infected than HIV. Accurate. Nobody in America has it quite yet. Coughing symptom. That is a good symptom, but not quite yet. Red fuel. There we go. More things are being affected by the most deadly. By me. Nobody can resist me, can? One to that. The world has no idea. No symptoms yet. No symptoms yet. Okay, Greenland has some, that's not. Iceland, not cool. Bam, 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 bam. Transmission. Ability. Wanna do bacteria. Symptom. Can't have them knowing about it. High levels of bird migration. I'm sorry that I'm not talking much. I'm kind of focused on cyst. No, we don't want symptoms. We want the whole world to get it before they even know what's hit. Everyone must be addicted, yes. It needs to evolve to kill, but not quite yet. Everybody in there's no. Okay. Evolve. Yes. Evolve. 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 Now it's gonna kill overnight. Symptoms. Total organ failure. Paranoia. Seizures. Nausea. New minor disease. First death in Baltics. USA has shut down airport. Hip fight the cure. More killed in the Black Death. More killed in the flu. Work on a cure all you want. When you have total organ failure, what are you gonna do? Ability. Evolve. Australia begins to break down. Oh my god. Egypt leading global cure effort. Look at that death. Wow. Let's just go to this. Insanity. Cause a nuclear meltdown? Oh my god. No. Just to be safe. I'm just gonna put people in as casual. Y'all gotta stop watching porn or this will be our reality. Guys, what do you think the cure to porn addiction is? Like getting people hooked on AI slop so they watch that instead. Genome Fluence boobies. Hey, you're back? Welcome back, Dr. Cruiser. You're just in time. Where porn addiction has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Sex. Porn. What do you mean only 3 out of 5? You know what, guys? You know what's actually what? Plague Inc. is fun, but only for like 10 minutes. Because that was not that it wasn't fun, but it was just so much me clicking. This okay, do this. I didn't feel as much satisfaction as I expected to feel playing that. Oh, Steam Deck? Are you 5? Yeah. The only fun thing about Plague Inc. is writing something stupid as the name and then using that. Hey, whoa. Hold on just a second, guys. Hold on just a second. Okay, now it wants to. Hello? Oh god, oh great. Gonna be finicky today? Is my capture card gonna be again? What's next? I don't know. Hold on, my capture card is being finicky right now. It doesn't want to stay turned on. In which, if it does not want to work, that means I eventually need to get a new capture card, to be honest. This one kind of sucks on. It really does kind of just suck. It is like the cheapest one I could find just so I would have one. I wish I could show you guys what's happening. I guess I kind of can if I go. Let's see if it wants to actually work. Or it won't. Okay, it's turned on. Okay, so look, you can see it here. You guys can see. And it's gonna 30. Oh, I didn't turn off. That's awesome. Okay, so it is working. Great. The DOC has a funny though. Look at you. I play. My friends are playing TF2. I could play balloons. I could play. Oh, I gotta ask myself, guys. Do I want to play Far Far West, or do I want to end? If I worked tomorrow, I would probably end stream. But I did say I would spend time with. I think I want to go. How long have I been alive? Hours. Not bedtime quite yet. what I need to do is find time to start earlier, because then I would give me more. That's the because like right now is like around the time I'd want to get off stream, but more I'm sorry, guys. You know, I am sorry. But let's do that. I need to find earlier. Oh, I thank you for the head pat, Doctor. No, Doctor, you're so lovely. I'm good boy. Actually, exactly. Paid. We're gonna read somebody, guys. A friend of mine. Somebody having a very, very special stream because it's her 1 year anniversary of streaming. And you know what? That's awesome. I'm glad to see my friends on their like milestone stuff. Yeah. I'll be hitting 2 years soon. It's crazy. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all. Bye. Right, I need to remember to press this button.